among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars.
Hello all you hardcore boxing fans out there, how are you doing? It's Big Porky here, and still the voice of hardcore boxing. And we're joined today by Ron Lyle, aka Dennis Hobson. How are you doing, Ron? You alright?
Good to see you, Mr. Controversial.
Well, I thought I'd come and see you, Dennis, see how other half live. What have you been up to? With Barnsley today, haven't you?
Been training.
Yeah.
I've got a training regime with Mr. Richard Towers. He's sparked a new lease of life in me.
Yeah.
And I'm feeling the part, feeling like I could knock walls down again, to be honest. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not telling you my age, but I'm not bad for my age.
Yeah.
I've said it earlier on, if I were at St Nankai, you'd buy me.
Yeah. So you're fighting fit then, Ron?
Yeah, some good things happening. We've got some good things in prospect, and I'm as excited as I've been for a lot of years, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and I think that stems from a lot of people I've got around me as well, and I've got a little bit of buzz back in and a bit of a bounce back in my step.
Yeah. Well, that's good, isn't it? Because it's been missing a couple of years, hasn't it?
Yeah. Just got married.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not
pawned it yet then, that ring, Dennis?
No.
Not weighed it in?
I've never wore a wedding ring before. I've been married before, but I held out for 18 years with Sarah.
Yeah, I heard. 18
years courtship. But
courting then, eh?
Courting for 18 years.
Going dancing and that on a weekend and courting, eh?
I used to go dancing when it was still in black and white. Everything was in black and white when I was young, wasn't it?
Tell me about the show, Dennis, that you've got coming up next Friday.
Yeah, me and Steve's put a smashing show together. We are his help. It'd be a struggle. Steve's starting to play more and more of a part. Yeah. He's sussing the game out a lot probably quicker than I have, but he's got the benefit of being with me and sussing people out and how it works and the pitfalls of the game. But he sees what we're capable of. Yeah. And that gives me a buzz because I see that he sees it and he's excited. Well, I know what we're capable of doing, and we're very close to pulling one or two things off. We've got a fella here, Marcus, who's our dear friend. I've met him through Richard, and it just. I said to Richard the other day, I said, "You like Robin Hood?" He went, "What? Gathering his band of merry men?" I went, "Exactly." And I said, and that's what we're requiring.
He didn't want to come on camera though, does he, Marcus? Then?
No, but but the thing is,
Al Heyman of boxing. Well, he's silent.
Listen, that remains to be seen because.
Yeah. What if Al Heyman exists?
Yeah. What, like Charlie's Angels?
Yeah, like Bob Arum says he doesn't exist.
I've got an assignment for your Angels. Marcus has put something to me the other day, and he says, "Dennis, we're putting a proposal to one or two proposals together." And Marcus has gone, "Do you want me to put something together?" Because he's got the idea on what we want to do. And obviously I've been around some very, very capable people. I've worked with HBO, Sky, Showtime, BBC or whatever. And obviously I'm not saying it because he's my pal.
ITV as well,
ITV. I'm very impressed. So when we get in front of certain people, what we're working on, it just adds that little bit more polish. And Marcus is probably getting us through them certain doors what we might not get through as easy. Yeah. And that's what we're working on. So back to what I've just said, we've got a great sort of like a great team what we're pulling together. So it's bearing well for the future. And obviously, as you know, the games are there's plenty of pitfalls in boxing, and you can create plenty of monsters, which I have done. Got kids up there, and there's a lot of dishonourable people in the game, but you live for the buzz, and as you can look round my office.
Not only boxers as well that are dishonourable, isn't it then?
No, there's promoters and there's managers. Yeah. But we're into making memories, and it's obviously you want to make sure that the fighter's safe, well, health-wise, and make him financially as secure as possible. But at the same time, we're not mugs. We've got to build a business. And that's what we intend to do, and there's a lot of investment going in on our side, but when we build our strong stable, which we're in the process of doing, we intend to get to be a major player, and we intend to stay there for a lot of years.
Yeah. That's good. And are you happy with how things are going with free sports at the moment, Dennis?
Yeah, it's a great platform for us. The good people up in at Dublin, great people. I've got great relationships with them. I've got to say, to Paul Civil at Televideo, does all the production for us. He does a great job, and without him, a lot of this wouldn't be possible.
Yeah.
So he's helped us tremendously. He don't get the recognition that it deserves probably, and we've got to start recognising that. But I've got a great relationship with Paul, and as we up the spec and get involved in bigger fights and get back on the world scene, you'll see a little bit more polish and glamour will come to our shows, and that's going back to Marcus. He'll play a part in that as well.
Yeah.
Because we're going to move with the times. Boxing's going to move with the times. You've seen like Eddie plays Sweet Caroline every time, you know.
What we're going to play.
And that's one of my karaoke songs actually, and I'm a bit loath to sing it because I think of him. But when I've had a few, I can't help it. I've got to sing it because I'm just like.
We're going to get Fly Me to the Moon.
Let me play amongst the stars.
You're going to put your dad's favourite, that one, it, Dennis?
No, our favourite, yeah. But yeah, we like a bit of bees winging, don't we?
Yeah, a bit of Frank. We like Frank, don't we?
Yeah. So yeah, it's about entertaining as well. It's not just about, and boxing's. Obviously it's about two fighters, but it's an entertainment business, and if you can create a bit of theatre, like it's like pantomime to a degree. Obviously it's a serious business, so people might go, "What's he talking about? It's pantomime." Yeah, I know it's a serious business and the health of it, but if you can create like Bellew has done and A did, they sell themselves really well. That's why I always had trouble with Clinton. I got him more money than anybody else could ever have got him.
Yeah.
And it was hard work because he won't push himself. But you get people like Bellew who'll go out and sell themselves and sell something that's not there. It's a good job he weren't in scrap metal business because he'd have cornered the market. Because he could sell.
Clinton, didn't he?
Well, Clinton won every belt, and we did it, you know. But obviously, we manoeuvred him correctly, and if it had been probably with somebody else, he might not have got the opportunities that he got with me. We're at the fourth time they're asking. I got him in for a world title, and we're only at the fourth time they're asking. I kept persevering and getting him opportunities to fight for a world title. So, you know, and as you see, it's written in history now. He won a world title, and we held on to it, and he held on to it for 3 years. So
39 months, same reign as Mike Tyson's first reign, wasn't it? 39 months.
Yeah, I mean, so if you look at all the positives, a great run, but it could have been so much bigger and better. It could have been a hero if he'd have gone and meet and greeted people and embraced people. And
I thought he did great because average reign's only 16 months.
Yeah, amazing. Our story is fantastic, and you know, the people jump on the bandwagon, and some people are not as grateful as others, and they forget. They've got short memory, some people. But you know, if you want to talk about Clinton, I mean, if you think about it, it weren't just me, a boxer. I didn't just manage him. He was like a family member. I probably paid for. I had him on private health insurance with my little girl. I paid for his private health insurance for probably 10 or 15 years. Even after he packed in, I was paying for his health insurance to make sure if ever he had a problem, we could get the best treatment for him. So that's the sort of thing. That's how much I thought about him, so that's the relationship we had, and that's how I think about fights, because I know what it's like to get hit in the nose.
Yeah.
And you know, and they need to protect him from themselves sometimes, because most fighters, if you say, well, you fight him, they'll say, I'll fight anybody.
Yeah.
Now it's up to the management and the trainer to say, no, we're not going down that route, we're going down this route. And that's where a team comes in.
Yeah.
And that's why you get longevity. If I had to pull Clinton out against Roy Jones, his career would have been a lot shorter than what it was, and he'd probably never won a world title.
Yeah.
I got slagged off for it by certain people, but that's why we had the experience, and then we come again.
Yeah.
And like Richard had said, he didn't lose, he learned from that, and we went on and we come again, and obviously in history we've won a world title together.
Yeah, and obviously you did well for Jamie McDonnell.
Another one.
13-0, you went with him, your British, Commonwealth, European, world title in a football stadium, 3 miles from his house.
First kid ever from Doncaster to fight in his hometown for a world title and win it. Cost me a lot of money that night, but you know, I'd sent him over to Miami, went over to Beijing.
Who did you go to Miami with, Dennis?
Steffi Bull, I paid for them both to go over there. I wanted Steffi to learn the ropes as regards a trainer. so we could get the best out of Jamie. He were already had got good technique, but he just needed some direction, Jamie, and obviously we manoeuvred him, needed that experience, sent him out to and I had a couple of international fights in Jersey for him, and then got him a British title fight out of nowhere against Ian Napper, and then won a European, and then
Commonwealth as well, he won, didn't he?
Commonwealth, and then we got I managed to steer him away from Leo Santa Cruz.
Would Leo Santa Cruz have beat Jamie?
Probably at that time. We'd have had to go to LA because we were with Golden Boy, and
didn't you get involved in a purse bid with them, Dennis, at one point?
I did. That was for Stuart Hall against Randy Caballero, and I beat them in a purse bid, but that was later, further down the line. But they got big.
But you beat Golden Boy in a purse bid?
Yeah. That was a 50-50 purse bid, whereas with Jamie it had been 75-25 in their favour. So I'd have probably had to bid £500,000 to
get it over here.
At least, probably maybe 750 to get it over here.
A lot of money in it for that sort of weight.
I already did a bundle of money in Doncaster. We are doing Santa Cruz, and he'd have got a lot less chance of beating Santa Cruz, and it'd be Ulo Seha in a very close. I think he were a split decision.
Siege you won it. Yeah. In very close fight, wasn't it?
Yeah. So that were hard work negotiating with Mexicans, but we got it here. The weather turned really cold that night, but we were buzzing because obviously we got the decision, and he fought really well that night, Jamie. And I've got to give him a lot of respect.
Good fighter, isn't he?
Great fighter, yeah, and I respect him as a fighter.
Yeah. And obviously you've had Carl Thompson, David A. You had promoted both them, didn't you? Ricky Hatton, you're undefeated with Ricky Hatton, weren't you? Brock America with him.
Yeah.
Took that band from round here over to...
Took England band down there, Bernie Clifton with Union Jack and Whip the Bird. There's only one Ricky Hatton. Yeah, so we made all that happen. I had my daughter singing the national anthem at 15 years old. Wayne Rooney carrying bell. Robbie Williams sat next to me. We had a little bit of glamour.
Tell me about the story, Dennis, about where you were sunbathing next to the pool in Vegas and you could hear it coming over the hill.
Yeah. That's when John Emmingham, who runs the England band, he's like saying, Dennis, what do you want us to do? And I went, just go in and out of the casino playing. There's only one Ricky Hatton. So he rings me up and went, Dennis, we've done all the casinos. So I'm sat at the pool at Caesar's Palace. What do you want me to do? I went, go round again.
What, walking around the strip at Vegas?
Yeah, going up and down the strip playing, and then going in some casinos. And in Nevada, they're very strict Yanks. They've got to have like a license to play and entertain. Yeah. So anyway, he got kicked out at every casino.
It's the pit bosses that kick him out, isn't it? Who run the casinos, isn't it?
So they've he said, Dennis, we've done that again. What should we do? I said, come round pool at Caesar's Palace. I said, let me see how you're playing. Let me see what you look like. Okay, anyway, I'm just sat there. Everybody's just sunbathing at Caesar's Palace, and there's about 2 or 3 pools. All of a sudden, doors open. There's only one. Excuse me, sir. Do you know this is in the state of Nevada? You've got to have an entertainment license to play here. Who has given you authority? Dennis Hobson tells us we can play here.
From Manor.
From Stradbroke, Sheffield. And it was just such a laugh. And then on the night of the fight, I've got a limo waiting for me, and I've got all tuxedoed up. Dennis, we're going to wait at bottom of the lift, and you're going to lead us, and we're just going to follow you while we play. So when I come out of lift, they were waiting for me, and he just congured. So I just congured in and out of all tables, where they're all casino, where they were all playing, and I'm pushing everybody out of it. Excuse me, sir, excuse me. And I just kept it going for as long as I could, and then we went out front, and I got in casino. Got in limo, and then we headed off to Thomas and Mike Arena. That's where they were fighting. And,
where did they fight that night, Dennis? Castillo.
Julio says Castillo. Sorry.
Castillo, yeah.
Castillo, yeah. That right.
And then, obviously, he called Mayweather out after that, didn't he?
Yeah, because I'd got what do you call it? Who died on the motorbike?
Corrales. Diego Corrales. Did he sign him here?
He was signing with me, yeah, and then I got his wife there, and I got Ricky to present some flowers.
Gorgeous, his wife, isn't she?
Yeah, she was a lovely person.
Yeah,
and I got her in ring, and I got Rick to stand outside of Ricky, and then like a gesture of goodwill and everything, respect, sorry, and then he called Mayweather out, and then so it were all how we played it.
Yeah.
And it made the Mayweather fight happen.
Yeah.
And you think about how long Khan's been trying to get Mayweather.
Yeah.
Well, little things like that just tipped it, because Mayweather's saying, he's on my patch in Las Vegas. He's calling me out. He's saying, look, and one of Ricky's lines where he was clever, he went, if he were fighting in my backyard, I'd close curtains, because he's so boring. You've seen more action here tonight than what you've seen in every 40 odd fights at Mayweather. So obviously he's revving up and he's gone, I love that.
Yeah.
So he wanted to prove a point and put Ricky in his place.
Yeah.
Whereas, and it's all right in hindsight, but I'd said it to his dad before. His dad wanted to do the Mayweather fight, and he went behind my back and did the Mayweather fight after we'd shook hands and agreed that we were going to avoid Mayweather. We were going to go another route and
meet him at end.
And meet him at the end. Yeah, there were a lot of money on the table for a 3-fight deal, and then we're going a bit like Pacquiao did, but we'd have done it sooner than what Pacquiao did.
Well, the millions on the table then.
Millions. I think they were a 25 mil 3-fight deal for Ricky.
Who was that with Bob Arum?
Me and Bob Arum, yeah. We were going to co-promote him in States together.
That's why.
It was still my fight. It was still under my banner, but I was doing it with Bob, and his brand would have grown and grown and grown.
Ricky's brand.
Yeah, the brand, the Hatton brand, because he was getting bigger and bigger. And it's not just about fighting. It's like when Beckham plays football. Do you think he just gets his money from playing football? It's the Beckham brand, you know. And it's how many shirts did he sell when he played? How many times did he play for Real Madrid? He didn't play hardly any time, but how many shirts did he sell? He more than doubled probably his salary in just shirts. What he was selling, Beckham shirts, yeah, things like that. So, you know, there's more than one way to skin a cat, and you know, when you've got that many advisors, and then they all become important, and they all experts. Now, this is the problem with boxing. Where are they from the start? You know, as long as they stay, it's like what we've got now, our circle now. A lot of the time, I were on my own when I were doing a lot of this. Yeah, I got certain people working for me and working with me who obviously had got different agendas. But the team we are now, it's a very strong team. So when we get to that level again, it'd be very hard to break down and break through. So I think there's a lot of longevity. Once we break through and get at that level again, we'll be here for a long time.
Yeah, and you just touched on something there about Bob Arum. He's got a history of building fights up and going around, a bit like Mickey Duff. You know, years ago, Jim McDonnell wanted to fight Barry McGuigan, and Mickey Duff went, no, let's go round the outside and we'll get McGuigan at the end. And they did, didn't they? They got Barry McGuigan. See, we're knocking everybody out, Barry McGuigan. They got him at the end when Barry were on the slide, didn't they?
Yeah.
And I think Bob Arum's going to do that with Tyson. I think they'll get the Joshua fight, but I think it'll be at the end. You know, that'll be the cash out, won't it? Probably 2 fights with him.
I think he'll do the same. He's
got
a
a history of it, hasn't he, Bob, hasn't he?
Bob's a master.
Yeah. I know you're mates with him and that. Like,
he's invited me around to his house.
You've been
numerous times,
haven't you?
Yeah, I've been out with him and been to functions of his. Yeah, it's like anything. When somebody's at the top of the game and they've been there for as long as what he has, you can't not have respect for the fella. And I've got good experiences as regards doing business with him anyway. So you know, and he's a very
good payer. Then he's a pay on time.
I've never had a problem with Bob. I can't speak highly enough, and he's very smart.
He's the number one in the world, isn't he, Bob?
Yeah, but he's not a benevolent society. If I ring him up and say, Bob, put this kid on your show from Manu, what I've got, and he's going, Dennis, do me a favour.
Is that what he's like?
You know, but if I've got something that he can manoeuvre, he'll work with me because he knows everything I've said to him in the past, I've honoured. So I've got a good track record with Bob, and he's a big player.
So the future's looking really good then, Dennis.
Yeah, we're very optimistic, and like I say, I love the team what we've got together, and we've all got different attributes. A bit like what Steve said earlier.
Yeah. Well, that's good then. And
I'm pleased to see how strong your channel's getting.
Yeah.
You've actually got a bit of a fan club, haven't you?
Yeah, a little bit one. Yeah.
Yeah, you've got a few groupies, haven't you?
I don't know about that.
you know what they say about the pink pound? Is that only ones you've got? Pink pound.
Pink pound. Yeah.
No, you've got a few. I've met one or two. Me and Rami. Were you with me, Steve? You didn't go. No, we were Bulgaria. I'm saying Bulgaria. I went with Rami and they were wanting to meet. I had to get. They weren't bothered about me. They only wanted to meet you. I thought, what about me? I've managed and promoted him. Went, yeah, but we love Porky. So we're good, yeah. So you're doing something right. You're a bit controversial, but I think Nicola's polished it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's doing a good job with it, I think. Yeah, I think. I think you go forward, Nicola.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a good lass.
She knows what she's on. She's got a good business.
Yeah. I think you make a good team.
Yeah. Well, we both need each other, don't we? That's good, isn't it? Brilliant.
Will you still talk to me? You know, if you get your own show like Jonathan Ross, and will you have us on, or will you? Yeah, but that's when I got on, Dennis. Like, yeah.
Of course I will. Dennis.
Yeah, I'll throw you a few scraps, Dennis. When I get when I get some time.
Yeah. Yeah. Of course I'll still talk to you. You know me, Dennis. I'm loyal to you. I'm loyal, aren't I? So tell me about Tommy Frank's Commonwealth title shot then next Friday, Dennis.
It's
Luke Wilton.
Another one me and Steve's been discussing. Like,
it's not an easy fight, is it?
It's a tough fight, but let's be honest, you know.
I think it might be a bit early for him then. No offence.
A lot of people are saying, is it early?
Yeah.
Who? Thomas Assomba for Walid Din. Thomas Assomba had 7. Walid Din had about 5.
Yeah, but this kid's had 20 odd, hasn't he? 26, hasn't he?
And how many fights to be? I'm trying to think. I'm trying to get an example of. If you're good enough, you're old enough, or you're young enough, or whatever, and you don't get opportunities come your way every 2 minutes, and to get a title like a Commonwealth. I knew the Australian who were the champion, which would have been a tougher fight for Tommy. It's a fight we'd fancy, but not yet. And I thought, if we've got to go to Australia or we get him over here, he's like Tommy. I think Tommy can beat this Andy Maloney. Yeah. But I'd rather him have another couple of fights. So I'd been in conversations with the Australians for a few months, and eventually he said, "Look, which direction are you going? Why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? And then if you relinquish the fight, the title, we'll fight for the vacant, and you can come back and fight us, or further down the line, touch wood, Tommy does the business, we'll fight for a bigger title on a world scene." But the Commonwealth gives us a lot of credence, and it gives us a platform.
Yeah, oh, that's good. That's good. Well, I hope.
Well, it just shows we're busy.
Yeah.
Like city taxis.
Well, I hope that the show goes all right, Dennis, and I'll see you at the weigh-in.
Go on, wait a minute. No, you're not getting off that lightly. What about? Why is it too early then?
9 fights he's had, 1 stoppage. That right. Mm-hmm. So he's obviously not got his man strength yet. He's 25. This kid's at 30. He's got a bit of experience on him. I think it might be just maybe a 6 month too early.
So 6 months. Well, there's been about 4 months gone since I met fight, so it might be 2 months early. No, if he, who would he fight then for Commonwealth?
Yeah, I see where you're coming from, because of the weight. There's not many.
There's not that many, so you get projected as regard propelled, should I say, quicker.
Yeah.
At that weight, so. Yeah. Luke Wilton is a tough fight.
Yeah, it is a tough fight, but it's a good fight for TV. But
it's a good fight for TV, and I think it'll be the making of Tommy, and I think we'll see. You know, when you win a major title like that, you've got to bring your A game, and then we'll see what he's got. Yeah. So it's all right getting these 20-0 kids, then they step up, because they fought kids with losing records, and they step up and they go, oh, hold on a minute, he's got found out.
Oh, they could have had 20 fights and they could have left a little bit of it in gym. Yeah, Tommy's got a bit fresh, isn't he?
Yeah, he's fresh.
So there's loads of positives to come.
There's a lot of positives, and I think the positives outweigh the negatives. Yeah, it is a balancing act. It is a balancing act.
Yeah.
But if he's as good as what we think he is, I think he beats Luke. But I think it's not as easy a fight as
not
maybe.
Nailed on, is it?
No, it's not nailed on. But I think it's I fancy him, and I think it's 60-40. I fancy him, but I think it's a tough fight, and if he makes mistakes, he'll struggle. But I think he's such a professional. That he'll rise to the occasion, and I think this will be the making of him. It's like when Clinton Woods fought Crawford Ashley. Stepped up to light heavyweight and said, "Oh, that's a bit too early. He's too big puncher." Smashed Clinton first round or two.
Smashed all his face in, didn't he, as well?
And then he was like, didn't he? But like young Indian, and broke his heart, and that was the making of him. We knew we've got a contender then, and. Yeah, no, it's not me fighting, but
it was a right win for Clinton, that wasn't it? That I remember that. He's coming out win, wasn't it?
Yeah, he were. But a lot didn't fancy him. A lot. I put him in fights where people didn't fancy him, and I put him in fights where I've held him back and people's gone, wait, smash him to bits. I thought, no, I don't want to take that fight yet. I thought it might not make him look good, and I'm thinking about his confidence and things like that, and learning fights, and it's just right time, right fight. I think this is right fight at right time for Tommy.
Right, and we'll just finish off on the Swedish kid, Redjuane, fetched from airport. He's a nice kid, isn't he? He's a very decorated amateur. How did you come to sign him, Dennis?
It'd been getting in touch with us, our promotional outfit, on social media, asking if we would like to work with him.
Yeah, just like that.
And he'd sort us out, and me and Richard had a chat about him, and I asked Richard to look at him, and then we all got together, me, Steve and Richard, and decided, yeah, we're going to invest in him, and that's what we've done. And he is a class act. So it's early days. But I think he's once we get the ball rolling with him, I think it'll roll very, very quickly. I think he'll get propelled into title contention very quickly.
He's going to be fast track then, isn't he?
Fast track, yeah.
Because of his age and that, yeah.
I mean, but he's vastly experienced.
Yeah.
He's vastly experienced, so he's going to be. Lomachenko, when did he turn pro?
He turned pro a bit later, didn't he? Because he had 2 Olympics, didn't he?
Yeah, and he did he win his first major title after
second fight, wasn't it, or third fight or something, wasn't it?
Yeah. So you know what I'm saying. So if you're good enough,
he fought for a world title in his second fight, didn't he?
Yeah, I thought it was something like that. So you know what I'm saying. So
and the kid who beat Loma in amateurs. This Swedish kid was robbed against him, wasn't he?
Yeah, so he's got great pedigree, and I've watched him in the gym today with Richard, and Richard's had him down at Adam Boo sparring with some quality kids, as you've heard.
Yeah.
And he mixes with good company, and he can hold his own, more than hold his own. So he's a great acquisition to our stable, but he's just one of many that we're looking at.
Yeah.
And I think what we're planning on doing is really strengthening the stable, and we've got 1 or 2 good local kids coming through as well, obviously. And you need that to keep local interest. But we're looking on the world scene, and hopefully 1 or 2 local kids are going to go with us. But we've got 1 or 2 very quickly going to be on the world scene.
Yeah. Well, that's brilliant. Well, thanks for doing the interview, Dennis. Nice to see you.
And you.
And your farmer Sugden hats again. You love a good hat then, don't you? Tom Baker.
Yeah, well, it's a bit threadbare on top, so I've got to keep it warm, Anna. Hey.
Alright, well listen, all the best for next week, and I'll speak to you soon. Cheers.
Thanks, Russ. Thanks for your support. Thanks, Nicola.